Hello, I'm back with another off-meta build. This one is a Fireclaw's assassin. She was looking at the Fireclaw's druid, thinking, I could do that. You ever made a Fireclaw's druid? Well, we're gonna try to make a Fireclaw's assassin here. Alright? This one's pretty fun. It's pretty cool. There's a lot of things that are on theme with it that I think work really well together. So let's check out the gear. Okay, as you can see, we have all these auras going around us. So we've got a flickering flame to start. You know, only -10 on the roll. I do have another one that's -14 to enemy fire resistance, but I like the way this one looks better. And this one had a little bit higher resist fire aura, which kind of helps our survivability. The weapons. Okay, so these weapons are what kind of help make it, and nobody uses these. Nobody freaking uses these weapons. I guarantee you, no one is using this. All right, so here we go. Fire lizard's talons, feral claws. I got one here, and I got another one over here. Yep, you're just thinking, dude, why? Well, look it. Adds 236 to 480 fire damage. Okay, we're gonna build up some fire damage on this build and make a Fireclaw assassin. It does give a point to martial arts. This one rolled 2 on the right side over here. And then the Wake of Inferno, Wake of Fire things, we don't even use them, honestly. It does give us a little bit of attack speed, and the enhanced damage on this one rolled 213, this one rolled 227. So those are our weapons. They are claws, and they have fire. Fire claws. Okay. Amulet. 2 to assassin skill levels. 6% life stolen. Replenish life 10 and all res 20. You know, I kind of like replenish life a little bit on some of my builds now. Speaking of which, we've got replenish life 9 on this rare ring with more life steal, little attack rating. The lightning and cold resistances was nice because it was hard to build up a lot of resistance on this build. So we got more resistances. Lightning resist 27 on these blood gloves. Needed the crushing blow. I tried using lava gout, which is a little bit more on theme, but you just can't miss out on the crushing blow on a melee build. It just doesn't work as well. You know, you kind of need it. More crushing blow, gore riders. Didn't up them. It's okay. It doesn't matter that much. Raven Frost on the right side. More survivability here with string of ears. 8% life steal, good roll on that. Magic damage reduced 15, good roll on that. Physical damage received reduced by 13%. And the armor, look at this. Jeweler's full plate mill of swords. It's got 4 sockets, 4 facets in it. They're not perfect. That's okay, we're online. We didn't hero edit this. So, we get more fire damage with the facets, 68 to 180. We get -13% to enemy fire res, plus 15% to fire skill damage, which does indeed apply to all of our charms. Check this out. 3 to 11 fire damage, lightning resist. 9 to 15 fire damage, lightning resist. 6 to 12, 6 to 11 fire. 15 to 30 fire with 3 strength. 13 to 34 fire damage with 4 dexterity. 7 to 12 fire, 8 to 11 fire. 5 to 13 fire, 6 to 11 fire. 24 to 29 fire with 8% faster hit recovery. 4 to 15 fire. 13 to 22 fire. 8 to 18 fire damage. 7 to 17 fire damage plus 5% to faster hit recovery. 7 to 11 fire. 5 to 13 fire. 5 to 12 fire with lightning resist. 8 to 13 fire with 8 life. 17 to 29 fire with gold find. 24 life to all res 15. I need a little bit of that. Using a perfect Flame Rift Sunder Charm so that nobody can be immune to our fire damage. We've got a Torch and an Annie, which both have 18 on the res. Okay? So, that sits us at 80 fire res, 75 lightning, 25 cold, but with the Raven Frost, we're good. Poison is only 1%. Okay, so let's go back to town. I would like to do a little bit of my pre-buffing here. Okay, because our skills, as I'll show, our skills, we've got nothing into traps. Those are from the items. Shadow Disciplines, max claw mastery with 4 to weapon block. That gives us 50% chance of block. 1 to burst of speed. Not going to use fade. And I maxed out venom for a little bit more damage variability. And I did put a point into Cloak of Shadows and 1 point into Shadow Master. I like the Shadow Master. It's better than the Shadow Warrior from my testing. So let's... Oh yeah, if you noticed, Faith on the Act 1 Rogue Mercenary. It's a perfect 15 ED base, level 15 Fanaticism. She also has a Wisdom for the Pierce, and it cannot be frozen. And I gave her a Rattle Cage and Boss Plate, which was upped just for a little more defense. This gives her a little bit more crowd control with the chance causes monster to flee and some Crushing Blow. We kind of need a little more Crushing Blow on the build. Alright. The Fanaticism helps us reach the end break point with our claws. Okay, so the skills, did I complete those? Martial arts, right. Sorry, I did a little back and forth there. Martial arts skills, max double claw. We're a fire claw assassin, so we're going to be using dragon claw here for our double claw attacks. So we've got this maxed out, 740% attack rating, damage plus 550%. It gets a synergy from Claw Mastery, which we also maxed, right? Tiger Strike, I put 4 points in there. That does build up our damage if we want to use that. And I did max out Fists of Fire because it's on theme. So this does add a bunch of fire damage, and it does increase our damage. Martial Arts works a little weird, though. It converts physical damage into the fire damage somehow. Can somebody tell me how this works maybe a little better? I did notice that it does help me kill things faster, like if there's tankier enemies, and I charge this up, it will kill stuff faster. So, I don't know, it just kind of tacks on a bunch more fire damage on top of everything. So I'm not sure exactly how the mechanics of it work, but when I charge up Tiger Strike and Fist of Fire, you'll see it does kill stuff. I got 1 point of Dragonflight for some mobility as well. Okay, so I'm just going to do a little pre-buff session here. Okay, that's going to help us with our Shadow Master, just make it survive a little better. And our initial, run through here will be a little bit better with our Venom and our Burst of Speed and all that. If it runs out, we just resummon it. It's not that big a deal. So let me move all of these things. Okay. All right, we've got Shadow Dancer, we've got Triangles, we've got Arachnid Mesh, Natalia's Shadow for 2 more skills with 1 facet, switch over here. I've got a +5 to Venom, and then 3 to Shadow Disciplines here, and then 3 to Shadow Disciplines Amulet, and we can do this one +3 to Shadow Disciplines. So now our Shadow Master is at level 28, it says. Oh, right. I can get 29 if I do this. I'm sorry. Let's do that first. Level 29 Shadow Master. Okay, not bad, right? Summon that. I'll summon my Burst of Speed. I'll put on this. And my Venom now is level 50. Look at that. Notice this, though. I can actually, if I switch to this with the facets in it, it does 100 more damage, but it'll last a little bit less. So, whatever. So that is an option, too, that I use sometimes, is this one for the speed. But anyway, let's go back to focus on the fire damage. There we go. I want this claw back, because if you notice, I get 4 to Mind Blast and a free Blade Shield with this. Okay. So, I think we're good to go. Oh, no, wait. I want that back. I want that back. I want that back. Okay. We're ready. Mind Blast. We get Mind Blast for free. Right here with this claw. And we get Blade Shield for free with this claw. Pretty cool. Saves us some points. Alright, Black Marsh is terrorized. Let's go. So, I'll just use Dragon Claw to begin. See that? So far, so good. Those guys are immune to poison. These guys are not immune to any of our damage. Okay. These guys have fanaticism. Let's take them out. So here, if I build up the charges now, watch this. It does kill them faster. See that? That guy was fire enchanted. Here, we can build up our charges on this thing. All of them. And you'll see our damage now is up to 8,000, it says on Dragon Claw. So it actually does increase it. So here, watch. 8,000. And now look. Our Dragon Claw is way back down to 4,800. So by pre-buffing, by building up those charges, we do actually increase our damage a lot. Look. Okay, see it? 8,000 now. So let's hit this guy. Bam. Okay, and now we're back down to 4,800. So that's kind of sweet, isn't it? Like I said, I don't know exactly how all the mechanics are working for Fists of Fire and all that. I think it converts physical damage is what I read somewhere. But it is helping. Speaking of mechanics, Blade Shield. It seemed to help my clear speed a little bit just by putting, like, getting it for free like this. I read that it does carry over my Venom and Elemental damage. But not fully. It's like 1/3 or maybe with the patch it's 3/4 now. Can someone explain to me? I don't know. It can't proc things like Crushing Blow, I'm pretty sure as well, right? So here, these are champions. Let's build up our abilities, our charges and everything, and then unleash that. Do you see that? The nice thing about how I have this set up too is that building fire damage on this, I have tons of regular fire damage from our faceted armor, our flickering flame reducing their fire res, and then all of my charms and then the fire damage on these claws. So even when I'm just building the charges, look, you know, I'm just still doing really good fire damage. Probably should have added up all the fire damage just to in the skill percent skill and all that stuff, but I didn't do that, and I don't really want to sit here and try to do that right now. But here, so we're building, you know. But anyway, maybe I'll do that in another video or something. There's a bunch of different ways to build up a character like this now. You know, like if you start thinking about this, kind of like my other elemental melee characters, you know, it does open up a part of your thinking when building a character, doesn't it? Here we go, Dragon Flight on them. Yeah, so this is very effective. It's pretty strong, and it's not the best, like, it's not a P8 best build ever in the game, best build ever in the game, I know, but it's a fun build, right? Look at her go through, and we're just emulating like a Fireclaw's Druid at this point, you know. It's pretty cool. She was sitting there thinking, I can do that, I think. I have claws, you know. Dragon Tail on that dude, or Dragon Tail is what it's called. Dragon Flight, I'm sorry. It's hard to keep track of all the moves sometimes. Alright. I never played a martial arts assassin. This is my first one ever. Okay. I've never actually played a martial arts assassin ever in the game. So my first one is an off-meta build. And I like it. Alright. Here we go. Let's just build up some charges here. These guys are normally immune to fire. Do you see that? Just one shot at them. If you're wondering about the explosion that's happening on our Fists of Fire, no, our charms do not add to it. I'm pretty certain. So, so that's something to consider. Like, it will not add to it like it does explosive arrow or immolation arrows, okay? Ooh, experience shrine. Yes, I would love more levels because that'll make us hit better in other areas. Here we go. I love how I can just dragonflight and completely reposition everyone and get my... If my mercenary's lagging behind, she'll be right there, and we'll get our fanaticism back. Let's see. Poison is hurting us a little bit. See that? So, let's see here. Sorry, someone was just trying to call me right there. What is this? The hole? Is this terrorized? It is. Let's keep going. Oh, we lost some of our blade shield, so let's put that back up. So here, these guys are normally immune to fire, right? Templar coat. I kind of want to check that. Let's move my face though. I just realized, because then you won't be. Otherwise, you won't be able to see it. Okay. If you watch my other videos, you know I like to check blue magic armors that could roll something cool on them for our off-meta builds. I just kind of like IDing things in general, you know. All right, we lost our burst of speed, so let's recast that. We still have our Venom working, though, because that was a higher level. A Joe staff. 2 sockets. Yeah. So yeah, we're in Terror Zone. Those guys are normally immune to fire. Here, we're just attacking. Look, I'm not even building charges here. Just attacking with the Dragon Claw, the double claw attack. Pretty good. Small charm and a Terror Zone. All right. 2 decks, cold resistance 10%. Kind of cool. Might re-roll that instead, honestly. It's level, what are we in? 88, actually? Is it worth re-rolling an 88 zone? I don't know. There we go. See, that's working out pretty good, isn't it? Here we go. Special guy just went down. He's normally immune to fire, right? Nothing there. So anyway, yeah, what do you guys think about this build? Is this one off meta enough? Is it unique? I definitely like the idea of having to use the claw skill as our basic attack, you know, and not needing to build up the charges if we didn't want to. I feel like you could build this character a little differently then, right? I do have one more respec on this character that I could use if I wanted to try out another setup, you know. Maybe not use Venom at all. Maybe maybe go more into Tiger Strike or something like that, or some of the other martial arts abilities, you know, or maybe just max out weapon block. That would be kind of cool and help our survivability. All right, did we lose Venom now? No, it doesn't look like it. There, see that Tiger Strike, man? So here, let's build up all that and then hit this guy with it all. He was immune to physical, and he just got demolished from that. Did you see that? Yeah, so anyway, I'm pretty happy with this one. I posted something the other day on YouTube, just a picture with a description, and I showed that I had found a dragon scale. So I found that with this character. Somebody had asked, what is the assassin in the shot? It's this character. This is so I was testing this off-meta build, trying to get it to work. My first iterations of it were not very good. I definitely needed to tweak stuff. Anyway, I found that Dragon Scale Shield for Paladin, which gives you plus 10 to Hydra and 15% skill, fire skill damage. We'll be making a build with that for sure. Okay, I'm very happy I found that. I also found during that session a Death's Fathom, which I'd never found before, and I literally don't care. Because what do you do with Death's Fathom? I guess build a Blizzard Sorceress, right? So I was just like, like whatever. Maybe like a Frozen Orb. You can do Frozen Orb like on swap maybe or something to make that a little stronger. That would be kind of cool with it, I guess. But yeah, I kind of just, I was just like way more excited about the Dragon Scale. Just because it's unique, you know, it's so weird. Nobody uses it. It's not a very good build, but I'm gonna make it something. Oh, here we go, Cloak of Shadows, because a lot of ranged guys there. So let's build up some of these charges and hit this guy with all that. Gone. See that? Cool, huh? We lost burst of speed again. That's one thing that might be worth doing with is investing a lot into burst of speed. I kind of did that with another build where I maxed it. The one thing I like about that is, yeah, you get the maximum speed from it, but the duration is just so much better, you know? You don't have to keep recasting it, so that's just kind of nice. So here we go. We're still in the terror zone. Did I clear out this place? Yeah. I do like to clear out areas when I play. I know that's not the optimal way to play if you're just, like, grinding things out and all that. But to me, it's enjoyable. It's enjoyable to play that way. So look, some of our damage, it looks like, fell off. Yeah, so our Venom wore off, I noticed. But look, we just hit that guy in one shot. That was pretty good. So because I built up some of the charges. See, we do decent damage. I also noticed, like, sorry, let me finish my previous thought. We do decent damage with just our regular attacks using Fists of Fire and Tiger Strike just to attack things normally, and they have some attack rating on them, you know. And I noticed that on those, like, Tiger Strike has really fast. Look at this. Look at the attack frames on Tiger Strike. Pretty good. And then here's Fists of Fire attack frames. See that? And then here is Dragon Claw attack frames. So it's pretty fast, actually. I think this and this are the same. And it looks to me like this is the fastest. But it does one claw at a time. See that? Like she's going between the two, whereas these are like both. So I don't know. But pretty fast attack frames on Tiger Strike, it looks like. Kind of cool. Here, I guess we'll just teleport out. And we should check out some other areas, shouldn't we?
The order welcomes you.
Okay, what can we... Yeah, that. Let's do a reroll on this, shall we? Just for the heck of it and see what we get. 2 strength, lightning res. Maybe we'll reroll it again later. So, let's just recast Venom now. It wore out. Oh, here, let me show you this. I'm going to put on my Artisan's Tiara of Speed with the 3 facets, the 3 poison facets in it. I use this on my Toxic Multi-Shot Amazon. I like this on this build because it does boost our Venom damage. So we can recast that again. Or will it? Actually, I might not be able to recast it because I had... Oh, no, I can. Okay. So I recast that. And then Burst of Speed. And Blade Shield. Yeah, I like this because we get Run Walk with this. And it does improve our Venom damage, which is kind of cool. You know? I did try running Trangs with this too, and mixing up the poison even more. But the loss of Crushing Blow, just, it doesn't help us really. So, okay, let's see. Frigid Highlands, let's try that. Alright, so now we run a little faster. durability's getting low, it looks like. Yeah, so obviously, like, our fire damage is not as strong now without that -10. And our +3 to fire skills, you know? We lose 3 skills on the Fist of Fire. But we do get a little bit of variation in our damage again with a little bit higher venom damage. So, you know, it's kind of like, it doesn't seem to matter that much, like, which one I'm using. But like I said, I do like that there's some run walk on this, which is cool. And that does make our venom a little bit stronger, even on our blade shield that we've cast. So those guys are normally immune to fire, that right there, and they just went down pretty fast. Once again, I don't really mind that my mercenary has this rattle cage on right here for hit causes monster to flee. I find that it's not bad for our crowd control and our survivability. Where is... Oh, there he is. He went down pretty fast, didn't he? I gotta run out of there because sometimes the game will crash when I kill that guy, which is pretty annoying. Even though I've got like a pretty decent PC. So, here, let's just go this way. There we go. Wanted to dragon flight on that guy before, so we can get over that ridge, that step. Yeah. Take that, actually. So because our poison res is only 1% on this build, I'll take an antidote potion, you know. All right, I'm swinging back around over here now to look at some of these drops, man. Oh, look at that. Amp damage on strike with 2 to Amazon skills. Give you a little attack rating. Maybe you could strafe that, you know, and get some amp damage procs going. I'm just IDing this one for the fun of it. Yeah, that's not much to it there, but just for fun. Okay? Because if you're not having fun while playing the game, then, like, why are you playing the game? So let's go back to town and repair some stuff. Once again, if you're just, if you didn't know, this is not Hero Editor. We're online. 22,000 for that, and only 7,000. The first claw I noticed wears faster than the second claw. So what you could do is just like swap them and then keep going. Okay. Recast some of our stuff. Mind Blast on swap. Haven't even had to use it really. City of the Damned. Let's see. How do we do in City of the Damned? Here we go. So let's build up some of our charges and then smack that guy down. Alright. Yeah, so these are champions. They're going to be tanky. There we go. So there are immune to poison guys here. So, but not immune to fire guys here. So that means we should put on our flickering flame again, you know? Instead, that would actually be better. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. So, whoops. These guys are not immune to poison, though, so maybe that's fine then, you know? We'll just leave it. I don't know. My inclination is to put the flickering flame back on and get all of our fire res all the way back up, too. Chase that guy down who was fleeing. Because we have Dragon Flight, we can just chase guys down that flee. The hit causes monster to flee is really not that bad with this type of build that's on our mercenary. It's like it interrupts them, you know. There we go. See that? He's just running by me instead of attacking me now. Damn, dude. That was sweet. Here, let me put on the flickering flame helm again. Here we go. We lose a little bit of run walk on there, but that's okay. Alrighty. So let's see. If we boost up all of our charges, we're sitting at 7,111 damage. Okay. Yeah. Alrighty. So anyway, so that's kind of how it works. Whoa. We are completely surrounded. But yeah, guys, thanks again for checking out the builds, checking out the videos. We're nearing 500 subscribers actually now, and we're almost at 50,000 channel views, which is really cool. So thank you so much for checking out the videos and sharing the videos and commenting. I love reading all the comments and everything. And looking at your suggestions. There's such cool suggestions, man. One of the things I learned recently from a commenter was that you can make passion in a scepter that has zeal on it as a skill, and it will add to it for non-paladin characters, apparently. Like, I did not know that at all. So that's kind of cool. You could get like a level, what, 4 zeal then? Just to start, and you wouldn't need as many plus skills to build it up as much and get the 5 hits, you know? So that's pretty cool. So yeah, I appreciate those kind of comments where you guys tell me something about the game, or you teach me about like a mechanic in the game, or you suggest different different builds and stuff that you want me to try, or that you are currently trying. But yeah, so that's it. Thanks a lot for checking out the videos. I hope that this demonstration here showcases this build enough and gives you some ideas. There's definitely some other setups for this that I will be testing out and trying and showcasing. Because I think with this kind of concept in mind for this character, we can do some interesting, varied setups for it, you know? And yeah, and it works pretty decently well for an off meta build, right? Like, I know it's not the fastest. I know that, but for an off meta build, it's doing pretty well. Like, we're surviving, we're killing stuff at a medium pace. You know, it's got an interesting concept to it. We're on theme, and the gear that we're utilizing too, like the inventory of fire charms with the faceted armor and the flickering flame, we can use that on other builds, other characters, to make cool fire-based characters that you've never like considered before, you know? So that's kind of what we're going for with these. You know, we're trying to make things that not necessarily other people have made, and trying to do some new things with a 23-year-old game. So here we go. Last pack, I think, here. You'll notice I didn't use any Death Sentry. Just kind of wanted to avoid that if I could, so that it's not another Death Sentry build. But that would make the character even better and probably just as fun to play anyway, because Corpse Explosion is great. So there we go. Boom. Shoot him with our explosive attacks. You know. Okay. So that's her. Oh, wait. Get that guy out of the way. He's going to mess up our end here. Alright. So that's it, I think. I'll grab this. We'll go back to town. There she is. Shadow Rang, I named her. She did quite well. She was inspired by the Fireclaw Druid and decided to test it out herself in her own way, which is pretty cool, right? And look at that. 13 decks with 3 sockets. How much is that? 74,000.
Hail to you, champion.
Kind of like that. Let's see. Sorry if I'm lingering on some of these and you were trying to. Thought that was over, but I'm just checking a few things here because I have things in mind that I'm looking for whenever I'm playing. Because I'm actually playing the game, you know? So I'm going to take some gold out. I'm going to buy this armor here. I think I have another one of these already, but these are kind of hard to come by, so I'll take them when I see them. Little dexterity bump with maybe some cool facets or jewels in it. Might be worth a build for me, you know? Okay. Let's ID this. 1 to strength. And that's it. Later, dudes.